Okay, Kevin, what's this teasers?
This is called Heels.
Heels. And now this is a show teasers. Interesting to think about.
Is teasers of the
Show
show.
having teasers
and the
as
show's
well?
on Stars.
Sure.
And I worked for Stars a while ago, and I learned a lesson on Stars. That you just can't do that. Whatever you wanted to do, don't do it.
Play it.
Play the show.
You gotta be able to take the heat. You need to learn how to separate.
Walking up to a wrestling match, putting on some eyeliner,
Eyeliner.
They all cheer for me.
do a big flip in the cage.
The character I play.
Character I created.
Make it
Pause
right,
it.
Jack. He's-
This show, Heels, is different. It's a kind of, Kevin, talk about this. Talk about this for wrestling. What does this mean?
Heels.
Mm-hmm.
Heels is normally like the bad guy in wrestling, and
Heels is
so
a bad guy. There he is. Heels.
Here comes Heels.
That's
Oh,
Heels'
no.
musics.
He's gonna break the rules.
yes, Heels typically breaks the rules and does mean stuff to the hero wrestler.
But have we thought about this? That love heels?
Wow. Have we thought about this? Throw a W on there.
Wheels.
Wheels.
Love wheels.
Love wheels.
That love wheels.
Can we play the show now, please?
Brother.
I'm aware. And I
Duffy, Georgia. He's mad at his brother. He threw a bottle at a sign that said Duffy, Georgia, which is his brother's name, I guess.
To a local pastime. And you, they're coming tonight because they trust me to tell them a better story than what they have to live with every
The
day.
blank page.
He has a script that says Jack versus Ace, and he's writing.
And he's battling with not the blank page, but the page with
Oh,
just a
maybe you spend
title.
some time with Thomas.
I haven't finished the script. Who should win?
Us.
Whoa. So it seemed like these guys are brothers. One is writing all the stories and creating the character. And the other one is possibly a more dynamic performer and beloved wrestler.
Yeah.
And they finally are having the big showdown. And of course, I believe the one who's writing it is he the face or is he the heels?
I mean, let's talk about this.
Please.
There's even as we're saying it, there's just really no getting around it. That
Yeah.
this is so clearly
Let's go right at it.
our story, and I know it's not something there's we're not supposed to get into it.
No, that was part of us, when we walked away from the big company whose name we don't say, that we say it almost every episode, but we're not going to say it today. But that we agreed, hey, we're not going to talk about some of the ins and outs of what happened here, but this is our damn story. Somebody put it on screen.
And originally, it was submitted as two podcasters, not brothers, but look the same. There's super dynamic performer is me. There's the guy who's kind of behind the scenes, doing his thing and writing the stuff, and who wrote the script and who wrote an extraordinary script.
And who hasn't finished the script yet and doesn't know who should win.
Yeah. So talk about that. Talk about writing this. Talk about the story.
Well, I had when this whole thing started, I got on this crazy ride, when I bought a ticket on this particular Latrain train, I had a single page, and at the top it said Hayes versus Shantz. Hayes versus Shantz. And I stared at that damn page day and night. And my wife would say hey, we have to eat dinner. Hey, we have to go, clean the car. Hey, we gotta dig a big hole in the backyard. Hey, that crow is back. The crow's in the kitchen.
Put that crow in the hole.
Put the crow inside the hole. Hey, the crow flew out of the hole again. The hole's empty.
Mhm.
There's other stuff in the hole now. There's gems and things inside the hole.
The crow is using the hole to gather its
The
shiny
crow is
trinkets.
huge now.
Mhm.
The hole now there's a gun in the hole, and the crow is learning how to use it. And I would be saying, I haven't finished the script yet.
Mhm.
Who should win? And finally, my wife looked at me. She said, I'm so sick of this. She goes, you know damn well who should win. The listeners.
Mhm. So Sean versus
Yeah.
Hayes, of course, this is from a podcasting perspective. Every single episode we get in the ring, we beat each other's ass into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
We're just like going, just like punch for punch with each other. Just like
Hayes gives me a noogie. Hayes gives me
Yeah.
a wedgie. Hayes turn around, slap my belly till it's pink. I put my fingers in Hayes' nose, make it look like
Yeah.
a pig nose, pull it back up over his head,
Mhm.
He
And
chops
so-
on my finger comes off.
So this is the story. This is the story. This is what we're talking about. We take it to Stars. They say you can't do that. We have to do a completely different show. Not you in there.
Okay.
All
It
right.
better not be the same
I don't
thing.
care.
I better not see that page.
Notice
Oh,
they
here it
kept the
is.
song.
Mhm.
Notice they kept my contribution.
Yes. And I noticed that actually I didn't, what I did was I wasn't super involved in the song. Afterwards, I did harmonize just with little rasp noises.
Yeah.
You would lay the whole vocal down, but then I didn't even do the words. I just went, and we kind of stitched that in underneath. And I think it gives it a real depth that
Mhm.
transports me. And Ace sort of rhymes with Hayes. I'll say that too. So they
Yep.
could have changed it more.
So my version, it wasn't this song. It was the same. It was the song AO Technology by 50 Cent, but sort of sung in that same way. Where we go.
Mhm.
You got me saying, "Ayo, I'm tired of using technology. Why don't you sit down on top of me?"
And I went, "Ugh." And they just laid that in there. And I think they kept some of my rasps.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Kevin. No, go ahead.
Us.
It ain't about winning or losing. Make them love you. Make them love hate you.
We got
And
kids come to the
that is so much of what we would talk about before we went on, of saying,
Mhm.
hey, not everybody in the audience has to like me,
Where we go on every episode.
but they gotta hate me so much. They can't wait to hear what I do next. And the other thing that pisses me off, and people can't see this, you want to change it, you want to make it wrestlers, you want to steal my story and put it on screen. Okay, fair game. But come up with your own outfits, because every piece of wardrobe I've seen was in the script so far. We had the big sheer flowy cloaky thing. We often didn't have our shirts on. We had the really loud suit of the sort of like colonel type character. And all of these things are what Hayes and I would wear around the big podcast company whose name we shall not dare say in this episode. We say it in every other one. And that is actually what gets my cheese boiled up here.
I have very hot cheese right now. I'm eating because this part, the guy say, "Hey, there's kids out there," because main guy is kissing the wife or somebody.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the of wrestling. And there's kids watching, and I wrote that exact thing. Where like during the podcast, I get my wife and I give her a big kiss. Mwah. And they said, "Oh, no, you can't do that with you. But your same wife will still be in there. Your actual
That
wife?"
sucks.
Wow.
Oh, your wife will be on screen. She'll be kissing, and she'll be trying to wrestle, which is what you had. That was part of ours too. that she said, "Hey, I can
Gross.
actually wrestle." That pissed me off.
For me, that's gross. I watched my wife kissing some other guy and went, ugh, gross.
When I see it, I go, "Hang on." Yeah, no, I don't think I liked it. Well, no, this isn't for me. Okay. Is that? Huh. No. Stop.
Hey.
Stop. I mean, that's what I have to say. I have a little self-respect. you know?
Yeah. Okay, go
Here we
ahead.
go.
What's the matter? You afraid I'm gonna go off script?
What'd you say? Hush?
You said that to me.
No one makes their living from wrestling anymore.
We can, I can. Hero.
I said that to
The
you.
locker room's for wrestlers, not valets.
I'm not just a valet. I can wrestle.
That's your wife?
Succeed at the highest level. It's a natural. It's in his blood.
Are you
Pause.
taking me with you?
Hayes can succeed at the highest level, right?
Mhm. This was a
That-
medley. This is where I would start going, I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll let you lick the lollipop. You do your part too, Sean. Go ahead, girl. Don't just stop. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't believe that it's legal to borrow this much of our
Mhm.
stuff and to keep your wife in there and your
To
wife
borrow
talking about
my
wanting to
wife.
wrestle, and for you to have actual real things that you said to me in my face, where I
Yeah.
said like, "Hey, I hope the podcast goes well today," and then you just got in my face and went, "What's the matter? You afraid I'm gonna go off script?" I said, "Well, I wasn't. Why are
Yeah.
you planning on it? Why? What? How is this coming up?"
Yeah, but then I didn't.
No, and I appreciate
Ultimately, I did not.
Mm-hmm. And then your wife saying to me, "Hey, nobody
Yeah.
can make a living in wrestling anymore,"
Yeah, except
and me
podcasting.
saying, "I know, that's why I chose podcasting." And then her saying, "But imagine it's wrestling," and me going, "Why are you talking about wrestling so much? This is podcasting." And her going, "What's the matter? Afraid I'm going to go off script?" And me saying, "This part isn't scripted. Like, this conversation shouldn't be on script." And it was, it was surreal. And then watching this, it's like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, now this makes sense.
Go ahead.
After I make it big, I could come back.
You're never gonna see Duffy again.
You need to send him a message.
Hey, can
like
I?
Esau and Jacob.
They also stole that line from when we left this company that shall not be named. That's what Josh said about Engineer Jordan when we left.
Yeah.
And he
Said what?
it like, you're never going to see Duffy again. And we're like, no, we'll have her as a guest on the program.
She'll just be a guest on our show. Yeah.
We'll see her
it'll be-
multiple times. You're never going to see Duffy again. Josh.
Josh, stop, man.
Okay, keep going.
Josh,
The Lord
close the
said
door.
unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and the elder shall serve the younger. Jacob had the guts to wrestle with God. How about you?
I find that anger is more
The way
useful
they
than
did the thing. They also kept something that we would do in studio during a lot of records. Don't do it as often over Zoom, but where we each would grab each other's neck at the same time.
Grab each
You can
other's
hear
throat.
it sometimes.
We'll do a big choke on one another.
Yeah.
Now what we'll do is like occasionally I will fill a glove with water in the shape of a choking hand, and then I'll mail it to Hayes and I'll say, "Hey, can you freeze this?" And then what he'll do is he'll then set it up on the end of his mic stand and then lean into it as hard as he can sort of with his neck in between the thumb and forefinger, just to get a little bit of the effect that we used to have of that like competitive spirit and that like, you know, just get your blood boiling, and it was, you know, get your cheese heated up. And that was actually kind of cool to see on screen, because I do miss that. And I had a little bit of nostalgia in spite of myself seeing that moment. The main guy, who's the main guy in this? What's his name?
Chris O'Donnell.
Not Jack, but Ace.
It is Alexander Ludwig.
Okay.
He looks sort of like Fogan Paul.
Gosh, what do I know him from? Was he in like the Navy SEALs movie that Peter Berg made?
Lone Survivor?
Yeah. He was?
Wow.
Oh, God. The kid still got it, man.
Wow.
That's my belt you wearing.
You want this belt? Come and get it.
Well, we could be heroes. That I was
It kind of
just
sounds like, wait, go back. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, play from it. Sounds like he's singing We Could Be Heels.
We could be heroes. That I always used to say. Hold it together, Ace. Hold it together. Just for one day. I'm trying. We could be heroes.
Both a couple of losers like your old man. Come on. Come on.
And the fellas go to beat him up, and then the girl did it.
The girl jumped up and
Let's go.
wrapped her legs around his neck
Just
and then made him
for
fall on the
one
ground.
day. Just
The scene of people flexing their muscles in church makes more sense in this version.
Yeah.
It was a lot of what we had in the podcast version of the story, and you know, we talked about it. If we ever did want to transfer that into a show, that we would probably tamp down the people flexing their muscles in church, and that I think would have been the right creative choice for us, and I think they actually made the right creative choice for them by leaving it in, because it does make more sense.
I wonder if the dialogue will still be there of someone saying, sit in the pew, and then my guy saying, pew, pew, sounds like guns. Flexing.
Yeah,
It looks like
think it must be.
maybe the
Something
very
was said
end of
right
that
before.
sequence.
Pew pew sounds like guns. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope that they had the decency to leave that in, because I don't care. We didn't get paid for it. I don't.
Yeah.
No.
I would
Don't
care.
give a shit.
Had we been paid for this work, then I'd be like, okay. But
We didn't get paid, so
we didn't get paid, so who cares?
whatever they want to do.
Yep. Bye.